Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. What Mikel Arteta told Jakub Kiwior in a private phone call before Arsenal signed him. Jakub Kiwior became Arsenal's second signing of this month's transfer window, and Mikel Arteta played a big part in convincing the Pole to make the move. The Gunners' priority target in this window was Mykhailo Mudryk, but Chelsea lured him away. That forced Arteta and Edu to change their plans, and they have brought in two players since. Everybody knows about Leandro Trossard, but the signing of Kiwior has raised a few eyebrows because he is relatively unheard of in England. Arteta, however, knows a lot about him. The Athletic has shared some details on Arsenal's surprise move for Jakub Kiwior. Nobody apart from the folks at Arsenal and Spezia really knew that there was interest in the Polish defender. Arsenal swooped in quickly and completed a deal in next to no time. However, Arteta has wanted Kiwior for a while. The report claims Arsenal began following the 22-year-old last summer when he was called up to the Polish national team. Arteta apparently spoke to Kiwior directly on the eve of the January transfer window. The report claims the Arsenal boss personally told him that he admired his long passing and ability to build the play in the left half of the pitch. The Spaniard apparently further told Kiwior that he will not be guaranteed regular football. However, he has been asked to fight for his place in the side. Kiwior is a really exciting addition to this young Arsenal side. The 22-year-old is hugely versatile. He can play in a back three or at left center half of a back four. He has also filled in at left back and defensive midfield as well, and that will give Arteta plenty of options going forward. For starters, we think Kiwior will be Gabriel Jesus' understudy. The Brazilian has been outstanding for Arsenal this season, but he has played almost every game and needs a break. With Kiwior now in the side, Gabriel can be rested often in the second half of the campaign, which is excellent for him and Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus' personal trainer gives Instagram update on Arsenal star's injury rehabilitation. Gabriel Jesus' personal trainer has provided an update on how his client's first week of rehabilitation went. The Brazilian star was ruled out for the remainder of the World Cup after suffering medial ligament damage against Cameroon in the group stages. He subsequently returned to London to undergo surgery. While it's said to be a long road to recovery, Jesus posted a positive update on his Instagram story on Tuesday, saying, "The first week is gone." The caption was placed over the top of an image showing Jesus' right knee in a hefty brace. Now, his personal trainer Andre Cunha has also stated that the Arsenal star is one step closer to returning. Writing on Instagram, he said, "First week, a big journey awaits. Tough, difficult and uncomfortable. You can bet it is. Transformer, you can bet it will." Feeding your heart with the vision of the future, living in the present and celebrating the short-term achievements is key. Goals set and goals achieved, and so it will be, week by week, always doing a little more. Let's go, we are getting closer. Fulham expected to sign Cedric Soares from Arsenal this week. After weeks of speculation, Cedric Soares finally looks set to leave Arsenal this week, with Fulham expected to sign the right-back in the coming days, according to a report from ESPN. It had appeared that Cedric was likely to be the only first-team player who could potentially leave the Emirates in this window. The right-back has been a peripheral figure since Mikel Arteta started using Ben White in that role this season. Fulham have been admirers of the 31-year-old for a little while. In fact, a report from Tutto Mercato Web suggested that Marco Silva was very keen to add his countryman to his ranks. It now appears that there has been a breakthrough after an acceleration in talks in recent days. According to the report from ESPN, Cedric is expected to make the move to Craven Cottage this week. The deal will be a straight loan, which includes no option or obligation to buy, but ESPN adds that Fulham will cover the defender's wages while he is there. Cedric will be pleased to get the chance to go out and play. Unfortunately, he looks to be well down the pecking order at the Emirates. He has only made 2 appearances in the Premier League this term. Arsenal will wish that they could keep him. He is a fantastic professional who offers cover in a couple of positions, and that may be important as they continue their push for the title. But it's also an exciting time to move to Fulham. Silva's side are absolutely flying. There will certainly be few concerns about another immediate return to the championship this season. Adding further experience and depth is a smart move, and it seems that the move will go through soon, at long last. Granit Xhaka praises Arteta as his most unique manager. Granit Xhaka has named Mikel Arteta as the most unique manager he has worked with as the gaffer works towards ending Arsenal's wait for another league title. Xhaka was close to leaving Arsenal in 2020, but the Spaniard convinced the midfielder to stay, and he is a key member of the current Gunners team. Arteta has emerged as one of the best managers in Europe with the incredible work he is doing at the Emirates, and Xhaka says he is different from his other bosses. He told 20 Minutes, "Last season, we lost the first 3 games of the season. Some people were already at the end of their patience, but now you see what can happen when you give a coach time. After all, this is his first ever stint as head coach. He is something very special. I have had many coaches in my career, but never one like Arteta. He seems like he is focused only on football 24 hours a day. He always has a plan A, B, and maybe even a plan Z, but he is not only top tactically, but he is also top as a person." Arteta is carving a reputation for himself as one of the most inspirational managers around now, and the gaffer has developed a close bond with his players. Xhaka has been one of the most improved players at the Emirates, and he knows he couldn't have gotten better, without the guardianship of Arteta. Journalist makes Milan Skriniar to Arsenal claim. Arsenal are among a number of Premier League clubs keeping an eye on Inter Milan defender Milan Skriniar, who will become a free agent at the end of the season. That's according to journalist Graham Bailey, who has revealed that the Slovakian could receive offers from Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, or the Gunners in the coming weeks. Arsenal have just completed the signing of Jakub Kiwior from Serie A side Spezia. The 22-year-old Pole has been brilliant in Italy over the last 18 months, and Mikel Arteta admires his long passing and ability to build the play in the left half of the pitch, reports The Athletic. Kiwior solves Arsenal's need for a new defender, but Bailey says he would not be surprised at all if Arsenal made an offer to sign Milan Skriniar for free at the end of the season. He said on 90 Minutes Talking Transfer podcast, as quoted by Roosing the Cup, "A lot of English clubs are looking at this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal or any of them come in. They are all throwing their hat into the ring on this one. They weren't expecting him to be a free agent. He is, so keep an eye on this one. I think we will see a lot of Premier League interest come up in the next few weeks." Addressing rumors that Skriniar could join French giants Paris Saint-Germain, the journalist said, "I find it hard to believe he will accept PSG without having already looked at the market. These Premier League clubs have got to be making it known what he can earn in England. There might be quite mouth-watering figures for him." Skriniar has been one of the best defenders in Italy for a few years now, but Arsenal just don't need him. The Gunners have William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes at the back, who have both been sensational. Kiwior has been brought in now to provide cover for Gabriel, while Ben White and Takehiro Tomiyasu can also play in the heart of the defense as well. If that's not enough, Rob Holding is still at Arsenal, and he is more than a decent backup for the above-mentioned players. Skriniar is a sensational defender who would improve many teams in the world. However, there is just no need for him at Arsenal at this moment in time. Gunners ahead of Barcelona for Martin Zubimendi. Arsenal now appear to be in with a great chance of beating Barcelona to the signing of Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi this summer. A report from the Daily Mail has outlined the 23-year-old's potential movements at the end of the season. Last summer, Arsenal were desperate to bring in a holding midfielder. Douglas Luiz and Danilo were both linked with a move as Arteta looked for cover for Thomas Partey. In the end, no one arrived, and Partey up to this point has put his fitness woes behind him and been ever present in the Premier League. Now, it looks like Zubimendi could be the player that comes in to provide that high-quality competition. The report from the Daily Mail states that Arsenal target Martin Zubimendi faces Barcelona in the Spanish Cup on Wednesday night, having already decided that he wants to move to the Premier League at the end of the season and not to the current Spanish league leaders. Arsenal were willing to pay Zubimendi's £52 million release clause this month. However, the player made it clear he wanted to stay at his boyhood club until the end of the season. Real Sociedad, like Arsenal, are having one of their best seasons in recent memory and currently sit third in La Liga. Zubimendi has been key to that success and has a big cup quarter final against Barcelona to prepare for today. A graduate of Real Sociedad's brilliant academy, Zubimendi now looks keen to make the move to England this summer. Arsenal appear to have the upper hand on Barcelona as they both chase Zubimendi. The Spanish club's poor financial position looks set to limit their future business. It could mean the Gunners capitalize in the future, especially with the guarantee of Champions League football. Fabrizio Romano issues warning over Ivan Fresneda talks. Fabrizio Romano has taken to Twitter with an update on Arsenal and Ivan Fresneda. The Gunners have been heavily linked with Real Valladolid fullback in recent weeks. Indeed, recent speculation suggests that Arsenal are going in the right direction regarding Fresneda's signing. On a Tuesday, Gianluca Di Marzio told the transfer show that the Gunners are leading the race for the 18-year-old. Now, Romano has updated Arsenal fans on the state of play involving their club and Fresneda. And worryingly, it looks as though another club is now stealing a march towards the right back. According to Romano, the Gunners have to decide how to proceed in 24 to 48 hours. Valladolid are reportedly requesting €13 million for Fresneda's signature and also want him to stay on loan. In addition, Dortmund are pushing to get a deal done, added Romano. The Bundesliga outfit is apparently discussing the prospect of the player staying with his current club this term. Fresneda is an outstanding talent who'd be a great addition to the Arsenal ranks. Spanish outlet AS previously deemed him one of the biggest prospects in European football. Meanwhile, Valladolid manager Pacheta has admitted he'd sign Fresneda without hesitation if he was at another club. With Cedric Soares reportedly looking to leave the Gunners, Mikel Arteta could find himself down a right back. Although Arteta has Ben White and Takehiro Tomiyasu at his disposal, he should have three players he can call upon, and Fresneda would be a great shoot to join Arsenal with a view to becoming first choice in the coming years. Arsenal are now interested in Federico Chiesa. Arsenal have made Juventus star Federico Chiesa their number one transfer target, according to reports from Italy. The forward is one of many players strongly linked with a move away from the Juventus stadium following a probe into the club's previous transfer dealings. The Italian giants have gone from Serie A title challengers to mid-table after being docked 15 points last week. The Turin club now sit 27 points adrift of league leaders Napoli and face an unfilled task of securing Champions League football for next season. Juventus' downfall looks set to be other clubs' advantage, with a host of players linked with a late January move elsewhere. The Gunners have reportedly identified Chiesa as their number one target, with Mikel Arteta said to be a huge fan of the Italy international, according to Italian outlet. Whilst it remains to be seen how strong Arsenal's interest is in Chiesa, technical director Edu Gaspar could be on course to seal a major boost to the club's title chance. Partially due to Juve financial problems, Chiesa could be available for as little as €20 million, £10 million cheaper than Leandro Trossard. Despite suffering with a plethora of injuries over the last couple of seasons, Chiesa has previously proven his ability for both Juventus and Fiorentina. He is only recently recovered from a ruptured cruciate ligament and has grabbed 2 assists for Massimiliano Allegri's side in 5 games. His numbers when fit may well be enough to tempt the Gunners to unleash a bid for the forward. As portrayed with Mykhailo Mudryk earlier in the month, Arsenal are reluctant to spend big bucks on players and will not overpay. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.